Good afternoon. My name is Natalie.
And my name is Shelia.
As always, before we introduce our guests for this week, Shelia and I will be covering Military Veteran Peer Network and the Veterans One Stop. So as you know, MVPN, we offer peer support services. So that includes one-on-one peer support and different peer support groups. Currently, we have Haven, which stands for Harassment, and now our peer support group for sexual harassment and sexual assault. We also have Pathfinders, which is our general peer support group for our service members and veterans. We also have the other side, which is for dependents and family members. And we also have Yarnaholics, which is our crochet group, which is open to everyone. And lastly, we have Written Memories, which is also open to everyone, and it is a journaling peer support group. We also assist with any resources you might need that can include employment, housing, rental and utility, filing for disability, anything that you can think of. There's nothing too big or too small, Shelia and I cannot assist you with, or refer you to the proper agency that can assist you. We also provide different types of trainings. We have military cultural competency training, which is open to everyone in the community who works with the veterans, who is servicing the military community and just would like to know a little bit more on that. You can join us for that training. We also have suicide prevention and awareness trainings that include Ask About Suicide to Save a Life, CALM, which is Counseling on Access to Lethal Means. We also have youth and adult mental health first aid, and then SAFE training, which is in collaboration with the VA. And I'll go ahead and turn it over to Shelia that will speak on the Veterans One Stop.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So the Veterans One Stop does free counseling services for veterans, service members, and their family. They do individual, family, and marriage counseling. We also have housed here with us an education department. We have Western Governors University and Grand Canyon University, and they will help you if you want to start your educational path. If you have questions about it, if you want to go back again or you're starting fresh, it doesn't matter. And you don't have to really necessarily go to those two schools. So if you want to go to EPCC, UTEP, or whatever, they'll help you get squared away at those two schools, or the schools are your choice. We also have Texas Veterans Commission Claims Department. So if you're trying to start a claim or you just have questions in general about your claim, they can go ahead and get you squared away. And then, of course, we're housed here with Military Veteran Peer Network. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to our guests. We have Ms. Martha Garza, who is the West Texas Regional Manager for Texas Veterans Network. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you guys for inviting me. I appreciate you guys. So West Texas is pretty big, and I cover all the way up to Midland, Odessa, Fort Stockton, Van Horn. Why we exist. So the reason for Combined Arms and the Texas Veterans Network is that we found out that many veterans, not all, are ill-equipped to be successful in the civilian society. They are provided many months of training to be successful while on active duty, but when it's time to get out, the most they receive is maybe 1 to 2 hours of class, if lucky, and of course, mission first. So they're not given the proper tools. They're not employment ready. Some have financial difficulties. There's a lot of stress when there's a chapter, or you're just not ready for the civilian life, depending on how long you have served. So Combined Arms created the first statewide interconnected resource referral program, the Texas Veterans Network, to help veterans and their families get connected to the best-in-class resources. We want our Texas veterans to check out of service and check in with us. The best part of this entire platform is that the receiving organization contacts the veteran, and the current average response time across all of West Texas organizations is 48 hours. We are super proud of that. And within 48 hours, the veteran is contacted by someone who wants to help. We have a 95% match rate on the first try, driven by our proprietary technology algorithms platform, as well as the exceptional quality of our intake team members. So if you don't want to call the intake number, you can always go via the website at combinedarms.com, or you can also download the app. There's the Quick Connect. And so you can always go in there, browse, create a profile, choose your resource at the comfort of your home, at your convenience. Let us know what it is that you need. And within 72 hours, and right now, like I said, the average response time is 48 hours. One of our orgs will give you a call and provide those resources for you. They will initiate the contact and will get you squared away.
And this is pretty much for anything, correct? So if they need help with like housing, employment, food, or whatever, they can go to the website or contact via phone?
Correct. So we do a little bit of everything from A through Z. We see career placement, mentoring, homelessness to the extreme, right? Utility assistance. I can never get anything simple as a coffee social or let me volunteer. I'm having to look for volunteers, but anything and everything that you can think of, it's on the platform. You can always just give us a call or do a quick connect and we'll get you connected. And if they're not on there, we'll find it. You know, I team up with you guys often. Everything for the service member, we try to do it in a timely fashion, just making sure that, you know, they don't fall through the gaps and that everybody's accountable, you know, for providing these services. We see a lot of homelessness, a lot of mental health, and it's hard. It's hard to see all of this. So get connected and let us know what it is that you need, and we're here to serve.
Is there make sure I phrase this correctly? It doesn't matter if they're pre 9/11 or post 9/11. Do they, as long as they're a veteran, or is it like a certain time frame? You understand my question?
Oh, yes. So it doesn't matter. It depends. Well, actually, it depends on the organization. Right now, we have about 260 plus organizations that are vetted best in class in the platform. So when you go on there and you choose a resource, depending on what that organization's criteria is, it'll be listed there. So you're not randomly selecting and going to different organizations and not qualifying. You know off the top if you qualify or don't. Yes, there's some that are pre 9/11, post 9/11, whatever, but there's more. There's different varieties of organizations within Texas, right? And about 45 of those are national orgs. So if you can't find it here, there's always going to be some type of national org that's going to step in and guide you and give you the resources that you're looking for. Again, it's all about providing that service, making sure that you're not randomly calling people and not qualifying. You know exactly what you're looking for. We place it in the platform. The criteria is there, and so we get you connected.
Is this open to dependents, spouses as well?
Correct. So it's as long as they're 18 or over. It's the National Guard, Reserve, active duty. Of course, you have to be 180 days out. Veteran, it doesn't matter of a chapter, you know, if you've been chaptered out or whatnot, if you've served maybe a couple of days, whatever your situation is, as long as you gave the oath, we're here to help.
Okay, so you mentioned 180 days. So let's say they're within the 180-day window. Can they still reach out to you to find an
Yes,
agency that might be able to assist them?
yes, ma'am. As a matter of fact, I have an office over in Fort Bliss at TAP, SFL TAP. I'm there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays. And of course, even if they're a year out, it helps to look at the resources, right? Just go in there and look. I hear a lot. I'm ready to go. I know what I'm gonna do. But then when the time comes, you know, they come knocking at my door, they come knocking at your door, and they don't know what to do. So I encourage everybody and anybody, go in, take a look. We're here to help again.
All right, thank you. That was very informative. I learned a lot. I greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day to be with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Stay safe.
You too.